Hi guys, Arthur here from Homeowner DIY. Guys, this is your quick tip of the week. So what we see here is an expansion tank, and the expansion tank is not strapped up or supported. So first of all, the expansion tank is upside down. The water should be coming off the top. Because you have a bladder in the middle, a rubber diaphragm, any air that gets trapped in the tank has no place to go. Alright, so we can already see how this is being stressed. Guys, check out the card up there about stressing old stuff. But this is eventually going to break. This would be negligent on my part to leave, so I am going to fix this. Another thing to notice is they use the wing back for their vacuum breaker. I guess it's a good thing that they at least put in a vacuum breaker, but this is not anything I've ever seen before, but it works. It's just ridiculous in itself. But with that in mind, to fix this expansion tank, what we'll do now is material and tools. Alright, this is our material and tools list. So I have a piece of wood. I cut this down to 20 inches. Joists should be 16 inches on center, so this will be long enough. I have 1/2 inch all round, also known as 1/2 inch steel strap. I have number 8 by 2 inch screws, number 8 by 1 inch screws. For tools, I have a pressure gauge. I'm going to make sure that the tank is not waterlogged, that the diaphragm is still intact, and that we still have air pressure on the one side. Tin snips to cut the strap, my impact to put in the screws, and then I have my pouch, my hand tools, for any type of contingency that I might come across. Guys, this is the material and tools list on this job, so let's fix this monstrosity. Alright, so there's a joist over here, there's a joist over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the block across here. I'm going to screw in to the joist with 2 inch screws here and over here. And then I'm going to strap from the block down to the bottom of the expansion tank, back up to the block, and that's going to take up the weight. For this block, make sure that you're screwing into the joists or some type of structure. Using anchors and just screwing into drywall will not do anything because drywall is not strong enough to support this type of weight. Alright, so I strapped it from one end. I originally was going to go around the tank, but that kept slipping off, so I went around the copper. Guys, this is steel strap, so steel and copper cannot touch. There's something called dielectric current, and this is when you have dissimilar metals, and steel and copper is one of those combinations where you need to insulate. So you can either put electrical tape, I just use a little bit of cardboard paper, but they can't touch. So I've screwed in the other end as well. So guys, one other thing to keep in mind, I couldn't do this because it's too tight of a space to show you, but when you put your first screw in and then you undo your strap and you bring it down here, make sure that you pull tightly on the strap because the steel is fairly stiff. Make sure you're also wearing gloves because the steel is sharp. But this needs to be tight to make sure that you're taking up the weight. If this is all loose, then you're not really doing anything. But this is now strapped up, so the strap will take up the weight. This is what they should have done. So the last thing I'm going to do here is just quickly check to see if we still have proper air pressure in the expansion tank. Alright, so we'll remove the cap here. And now with the typical tire gauge, looks like I have no air pressure. Alright, so there is no air pressure on the air side of the tank, so this needs to be pumped back up. So guys, the water pressure in this house now is 50 pounds, so you need to pump this up to 50 pounds using a bike pump. Now, because no water has come out of this, oh, you don't even hear any air. Since there's no water coming out of this, that means the tank is not waterlogged, but it does need to be refilled. So I'm going to tell the homeowner to go ahead and just pump up the tank. But guys, when you Install an expansion tank. First of all, upside down, no, you're not supposed to do that. This is not supported. This is just a terrible job. And guys, if this is left, it will eventually snap off there. And if no one's home, you're going to flood out your own bloody house because it's just pure negligence. Guys, I have done an expansion tank video. It'll be on the end screen. I'll put it up for you guys, the way I would do an expansion tank. But your expansion tank needs to be supported, otherwise you're eventually going to break something off and potentially flood out your house. Guys, that is your quick tip of the week.